1572. Dutch sea beggars capture Brielle without firing a shot. The rebellion against Spanish rule begins with a drunk garrison in an open gate. (1918). A new era in warfare begins as Britain establishes the Royal Air Force, the world's first independent air service. The skies will never be the same. 1976. Steve Jobs signs Apple's founding contract, then forfeits his share for $800. The startup in his parents' garage will grow into a $2 trillion company. (1513). Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de León wades onto Florida's shores, planting the flag for Spain. A new chapter in American colonization begins. (1792). The clink of metal echoes through Philadelphia as the U.S. Mint strikes its first coins, the birth of American currency. 1982. Argentine forces raise their flag over Port Stanley. Margaret Thatcher responds with a naval armada. The Falklands War has begun. (1885). Gottlieb Daimler patents his combustion engine in Germany. The mechanical heartbeat of the modern automobile is born. 1973. Can you hear me? Motorola engineer Martin Cooper makes the first cell phone call from a New York sidewalk. The mobile revolution begins with just 28 ounces of technology. (1996). After 17 years of terror, the Unabomber's reign ends in a Montana cabin. Theodore Kaczynski, mathematician turned murderer, is finally in custody. (1968). A gunshot rings out in Memphis. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. falls on the Lorraine Motel balcony, a martyr for civil rights. 1975. Two college dropouts named Gates and Allen file paperwork for Microsoft. The startup that will redefine computing fits its name on a single page. (2013). From 250 miles above Earth, NASA's Robonaut 2 tweets, "Hello world." The first social media post from space marks a new frontier in human-robot collaboration. (1614). In Jamestown, Pocahontas exchanges vows with tobacco planter John Rolfe, a marriage that temporarily bridges the gap between Native Americans and English settlers. 1951. Guilty. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg are sentenced to die for atomic espionage, becoming the only Americans executed for spying during the Cold War. 1992. Serbian forces encircle Sarajevo. The 1,425-day siege, the longest in modern warfare, begins with a burst of sniper fire. (1896). 241 athletes from 14 nations parade into Athens' Panathenaic Stadium. The Olympic flame is lit again after 15 centuries. 1917. President Wilson signs the war declaration. America's doughboys prepare to sail over there and tilt World War I's balance. 1994. A plane explodes over Kigali. Within hours, machetes flash across Rwanda. The genocide's first day claims 8,000 lives, a preview of 100 days of horror. (1862). Dawn breaks over Shiloh's peach orchard. By sunset, 3,000 men lie dead, the bloodiest day in U.S. history until this moment. (1948). The World Health Organization's constitution takes effect. For the first time, nations unite under one mission: health for all. 2001, NASA's Mars Odyssey blasts off from Cape Canaveral. Its gamma-ray spectrometer will soon discover frozen oceans beneath the red planet's dust. (217). Emperor Caracalla, known for baths and brutality, is stabbed to death by his own guards. Rome's crisis of the 3rd century deepens. (1952). President Truman nationalizes America's steel mills. For 53 days, the Oval Office becomes the nation's factory floor during the Korean War. 1974. A 94-mile-per-hour fastball meets Hank Aaron's bat. Number 715 soars over Atlanta's left field, breaking Babe Ruth's unbreakable record. (1865). Robert E. Lee signs surrender papers at Appomattox Courthouse. The Civil War's final act begins as Union troops share rations with starving Confederates. (1940). Germany's Weser exercise begins. Denmark surrenders by breakfast. Norway holds out until June, but Hitler's Nordic foothold is secured. 2003. U.S. tanks roll into Ferdo Square. As Saddam's statue topples, Iraqis beat the dictator's face with their shoes. A 24-year regime ends in catharsis. (1815). Mount Tambora explodes with the force of 60,000 Hiroshima bombs. Ash blots out the sun, making 1816 the year without summer. (1912). The Titanic departs Southampton to fanfare. In 4 days, the ship God himself couldn't sink will rest 12,000 feet below the Atlantic. 2019. Scientists unveil humanity's first photo of a black hole, a fiery ring framing 6.5 billion solar masses of nothingness. Einstein smiles somewhere,